All right, parents. First off, I want to start off by saying good job. Last week, I had a great turnout with the homework. Um, I was gone almost all last week with this big little girl. So I was able to still send the messages and I was checking in with Mrs. Rasmussen. It looks like the kids and you guys all did a great job with the homework for letter J last week. So this week, we have a new letter, and our letter is C. And the sound that we're going to focus on for letter C is k, k, k. I do tell them that C also can make the sound of s, but when I assess them and things like that, the sound that I'm really looking for is k, k, k. So if you're working on that at home, just focus on that. So our little rhyme for capital C is cars can take a large cruise around capital C. Stop near the bottom. That's it, you see. So when you make capital C, make sure you start at the top and make a large cruise. And when you get to the bottom, you can stop. And then lowercase c is pretty similar. Cars can take a small cruise around lowercase c. Stop near the bottom. That's it, you see. So that is how you form letter C. So just a refresher, you're going to choose one of these homework options for capital C, and then choose one of the homework options to practice for lowercase c. And like I said last week, in the classroom, we focus on capital on Monday and then lowercase on Wednesday. So if you kind of want to follow that at home, great. And if you want to do it at your own pace, that's fine too. You have your child choose with you. Don't force this on them. Get them excited about it. And if they're into it, let them do it. And if not, maybe wait till a different night. But once they choose, take a picture of them doing their homework and message me through Class Dojo with the picture. I had a couple videos last week, which is fine, totally fine. I just know that they're a little bit harder to send. So if you want to send a video, that is okay, but you don't have to. A picture is just fine. And then the next day, your child will get to color in their little box for that letter that they practiced. So one of our options is a letter C hunt. So one way that you can do this is parents, you can write just a bunch of random letters on maybe like sticky notes or paper. Make sure there's a lot of capital C's or lowercase c's, whichever one you're working on, and hide it and have them find it. Once they find it, they can stand by it and you can take their picture. If you don't want to make the letters on paper, there's a lot of print that's around the house. Have them just go look for letter C's on things that are already in your house. There's books in your house. There's, shirts, clothes, anything. So you don't have to make papers, but that just makes it go a little bit faster, probably. But if not, just see what you can find around the house with letter C on it. So that's option one. The second option is to build letter C with Legos and or blocks. So you can write letter C on a paper for them so they can kind of have an outline, or you can just have them work right on the ground. They don't have to have an outline to follow because we've all worked on letter C, so they should know how to form it. They can just go ahead and build it right on the floor, whichever is easiest. And just take a picture by it with their finished project. Since C is kind of an easier letter to form, have them build it a few times even, just so they get that repetition. Third option is making a C in salt or sugar. So you're just going to place some salt or sugar on a cookie sheet and then form a bunch of capital or lowercase c's, whichever one you're working on. And like I said, do this a few times with them so they get the repetition. Then our last option is always to finish the pages if they want to. Now, if your child did one of the other activities, you don't have to do this letter page at home. This is just one of the other options. So we do this line at school and we do this line at school. So if they want to finish it at home, they can do this line, and this line. And you can either take a picture of it or send it back to school. So those are our options for this week. Once again, I look forward to the great work because it was really fun to see that last week. The kids seemed like they were excited about it. So I'm excited to keep this going. Have a good evening.